Knoxville Habitat for Humanity is truly an organization that's not about charity. It is about all partners coming together. And it takes a multitude of people to be able to do what it is that we do. We have the partners of money, the donors, we have the partners of volunteers, and we have the partners of families. And then another element that I think is very important are the partners of prayer. The 3 criteria to be a Habitat for Humanity homeowner is that there's a need for housing. The second is that there is an ability to pay. And then the third criteria is willingness to partner. And that is where in Knoxville, every family puts in 500 hours of sweat equity. You know, I get asked the question all the time about how does Habitat for Humanity transform lives? It's about folks that want to put down a foundation and want to have something that they can invest in, that's theirs, that they can leave for their children, and something that makes stability for their kids as they raise them. It gives them something to own that they've never had before or even dreamed that they would have.
Well, I'm the leader in my household. I have a wife, 3 kids, Tyrell, Uriah, and Elise. And I'm just a proud dad that I'm just glad they have a house and they have a new beginning and a new future. I had a rough time growing up as a child. Had to learn different things on my own. And it just was rough. And just growing up was very tough because sometimes you needed someone to lean on. And the only person I could really lean on was Jesus. I lived in the projects, you know, went days without nothing to eat. Growing up, I was around drugs, guns, killing, murder, so I had to raise myself. I was a little homeless at 19 for a couple months, and I had to figure out, I had to turn my life around. I made some mistakes that got me to that situation too. It wasn't all because of my situation in life, it was some mistakes that I made, so I had to take responsibility and grow up and change. So I wanted to do something better for myself so I could have a future ahead of me, and now I do. But God has changed my life so tremendously. That's the reason me and my wife met. It was through God. God sent me an angel. We started going to classes, all type of classes. Habitat helped us a whole lot from learning how to budget money. They taught us about being a homeowner, insurance, learning to teach us how to clean our gutters. So it's still a process, even with the house, but I am so happy that we have a house and a fence with grass. It's mine. Nobody else can come and take it unless I make a mistake, but that's not gonna happen. Now my kids can go outside, enjoy themselves. They don't have to worry about people riding by, playing loud music, you know, even though that's what I come from, but I want different from my children. My son, Tyrell, has a very creative mind, and he wants to be an architect. At the time we was building our house, my son seen the design of our future home, and he designed a blueprint of his own home off the image of the house that he seen, that we were gonna live in. We cook together, we sing together, we read our word of God together. We have more family interaction, and I love my house. My children love it, my wife loves it, and we are at peace. Habitat is doing a tremendous job of helping families and people becoming homeowners.
I'm continually amazed at the giving of this community, to the pastors and to the deacons that pray for us, and to all of the wonderful volunteers that work at the store, work on the site, work on Saturdays, work in the classes. I want to take the time just to say thank you to the decision makers at companies and banks and churches to say, yes, this is a good thing, let's move forward.